I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. On this YouTube channel, we usually play Dungeons & Dragons D&D on Monday nights at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But when I'm not playing D&D, I love video games, hence baseball. Baseball is one of the video games I'm playing right now. This is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20. Name of the franchise is the BRONX Knights. Why the BRONX Knights? Because I'm a New York Yankees fan, and I'm not going to erase the Yankees and put the Knights in. I wanted to see what the creative franchise would be like. So I kicked out the Houston Astros and inserted the BRONX Knights into the American League West. And as you can see, the Knights are in first place after 49 games. This is game number 50 we're about to play. And they have a 2.5 game lead on the Seattle Mariners in the AL West. Let's jump into the schedule. As you can see, it's a 3-game set at Seattle. It's for the division. Won the first game 7-5, and we split 7-5 and lost 6-1. So this is the bumper game of the 3-game set at Seattle. Let's see. Play game. Okay. Play full game. I am the away team. We're playing at T-Mobile Park, which I still think of as Safeco Field. I don't like the roof open. Let's close it. Okay. Everybody looks good. All right, so please like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Subscriptions really help. Try to get the channel more popular. I really would appreciate it. Again, I'm RC Robbin, and this is Shenanigans ttRPG. And right now I'm playing BRONX Knights Baseball. Thank you for joining me. Here we go. Now time to get into play-by-play mode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle, Washington, as we are here for this American League West matchup as the BRONX Knights visit the Seattle Mariners here at T-Mobile Park. On the mound for the Mariners is Robin Roberts, making his 11th start of this season. His record is 6-0 with a 4.26 earned run average. Early Cy Young Award conversation. Leading off for the BRONX Knights is Max Luklitch. He's hitting .343 as the leadoff man for the Knights. He has 10 stolen bases and 10 runs batted in. And here's the first pitch. And he grounded it through the right side and into right field for a base hit. And the BRONX Knights have a base runner. Here's the replay. Max Luklitch plays in left field for the Knights. He has no power but an awful lot of speed, so I'm sure he'll be on the move if given the opportunity. Don Mattingly's hitting .305 with 8 homers and 41 runs batted in. He takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Mariners, as you can see, are 8 games over 500 and 2.5 games behind the division-leading Knights. Don Mattingly is the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player Award in real life. And the next pitch is a pitch out, nothing doing. Count is 2 balls, no strikes. As you can see, Max has 10 steals on the season. And it's a line drive the other way, base hit for Donnie. And they have a runners on, first and second here with nobody out in the top of the first. Just serves it into left field the other way for a base hit. Next up is the second baseman, Chris Ramos, who bats from the left side against the righty Roberts. He's a switch hitter, hitting .364. And he grounds it up the middle, but right there is the second over to 1 double play. And just like that, there are 2 outs here in the first. The runner, Luklitch, moves to third, but I'm sure that they wish he didn't hit into the double play. Michael O'Rourke patrols center field for the Knights. He's hitting .343 with 12 homers and 35 runs batted in. Needs to get a hit to get that runner home. And he checks his swing outside for ball 1. Luklitch leads off third. And he grounds it hard, but right at the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, who takes it to the bag himself for the final out. So after half an inning of play here in Seattle, Washington, Bronx Knights nothing. Seattle coming to bat. Patrick Joseph takes the mound for the Bronx Knights. This is his 8th start of the season. He is 4-0 with an ERA. It's a high ERA, 6.98. He's 57 hits in 38 innings. Leading off for the Mariners, Shane Victorino hitting .288 with 4 homers and 19 runs batted in. And he fouls it to left. Luklitch barely has to move. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Starting lineup for the Mariners, Shane Victorino leads off. Fernando Tatis plays shortstop. Paul Molitor is at third base. Donovan Casey in right. Freddie Freeman is the first baseman. Andrew Benintendi is the left fielder. The Hall of Famer Gary Carter is behind the plate. Nelson Cruz is the designated hitter. And Cavan Biggio is batting 9th and playing second base. So here we have Fernando Tatis, who has .314 average with 12 homers, 36 runs batted in. And he takes down the middle for strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
The Knights, as you can see, are 13 games over 500. First place in the AL West. And he pops him up on the outfield grass. The second baseman, Ramos, makes the catch for the second out.
Batting third, the third baseman, Paul Molitor.
Hall of Famer, used to play for the Milwaukee Brewers. Paul Molitor hitting .333 with 6 homers and 22 runs batted in. Steps in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first and
1
takes
ball, no strike.
low for ball 1. On the outside corner, count evens 1-1. And he grounds it to Ramos over on the right side, throws to first, and the side is retired. So after 1 inning of baseball, there is no score here in Seattle. Leading off the top of the second is Jacob Salazar hitting .337 with 5 homers, 27 runs batted in.
Salazar.
And he goes after a high pitch and pops it up into foul territory. Molitor is there. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. The defense for the Mariners in the outfield from left to right, it's Benintendi, Victorino, and Casey. And in the infield, Paul Molitor, Tatis Jr., Biggio, Freddie Freeman at first, with Hall of Famer Gary Carter behind the plate. So, stepping in there is the right fielder, Benny LoCicero, who leads the team in RBIs, takes ball 1. 293 with 10 homers and 52 runs batted in. Checks the swing, it's just outside for ball 2. And he grounds it foul. Count is 21, 2-1. Oh, he hits it high and deep. It is Gonzo. It's a solo home run for Benny LoCicero, his 11th homer of the season. And the Knights take a quick 1-0 lead. Hoorah! Let's watch the replay. Bang. Benny LoCicero, 11 homers, a team high 53 runs batted in. Boom. Justin wraps around that foul pole. Next up is Matt Termini, the third baseman, who is having trouble hitting right-handers this season, but overall he's hitting .263 with 4 homers and 23 runs batted in. And the curveball's inside for ball 1.
1-0.
I don't know why it said that. 23 runs batted in is not first on the Knights. And he flies to center field. Right there is Victorino, who makes the catch for the second out.
Batting it, the designated hitter.
Matthew Saps, the designated hitter today, has been a little cold in his last handful of games, but overall he's hitting .259 with 9 homers and 28 runs batted in. He's been very streaky this season. He started the first month of the season. And swings at the first pitch. The left fielder, Benintendi, is there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. So, inning and a half played. Still no, well, I'm sorry, check that. A solo homer from Benny LoCicero gives the Bronx Knights a 1-0 lead. So the Mariners send Donovan Casey to the plate. He's hitting .311 with 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. Patrick Joseph deals. And he's a swing and a miss. Radar gun says 94 miles an hour. Grounds it up the middle. Salazar is there. He fields, fires, got him by a step for the first out. Defense for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right. It's Luklitch, O'Rourke, and LoCicero. And in the infield, Termini, Salazar, Ramos, Don Mattingly at first, with catcher Anthony Mello behind the plate. Most of these players, I would say every single player is a friend or family member, except for Don Mattingly. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. He's hitting .281 with 6 homers and 21 runs batted in. And he pours in there, strike 1. Freddie Freeman is a current Major League Baseball player who plays for the Atlanta Braves, but he's a Mariner in this fictional universe. And he grounds it into the shift on the edge of the outfield grass. Ramos throws to first for the second out. Nice play. Andrew Benintendi steps up to the plate, hitting .277 with 4 homers and 28 runs batted in. Benintendi is another current baseball player, major leaguer. And he plays for the Boston Red Sox and just flied out to center to end the inning. So 2 innings complete. Bronx Knights lead 1-0. I'm sorry, Heidi, we seem to have trouble with the audio, so we're going to have to just cut away from you right now. We apologize. Leading off the top of the third, Anthony Mello hitting .228 with a homer and 16 RBIs. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Some of these stats are a little off. .228 is not good for second on the Knights. And it's a line drive, but caught by the second baseman, Biggio, for the first out. American League West Division standings, as you can see, Bronx Knights are in first place. Seattle trailing by 2.5. If they win this game, they'll be down only 1.5. It's a big swing. Bronx Knights win, they'll be up by 3.5. It's a 2-game swing. So the lineup turns over. Max Luklitch, the left fielder, had a single in the first. He steps in for his second plate appearance. Takes ball 1 outside. And he pulls it foul. Strike 1. And he lines it and drops in front of the left fielder for a base hit. He's going for second. Oh, look at that speed. That should have been a single. But he literally blasted it out of the box and got himself a double on that. He took advantage of that little hiccup in the left field by Benintendi. I thought it might have been caught off the bat. So he has a single and a double. Runner in scoring position for Mattingly with 1 out. He also had a single in the first. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Don Mattingly won a batting title in 1984. He won an MVP in 1985. Hit like 8 grand slams in 1987. Tied a record at that point. And he hits a lazy fly ball to center. Victorino chases it down. Luklitch tags and slides over at third, so he is at third base with 2 outs.
Now
here in the top of the third. Chris Ramos grounded into a double play in the first inning. He's up here with a runner 90 feet from home plate. But needs a hit to get him in. See if he can get it. Line drive, base hit past the reaching third baseman for ace. RBI single for Ramos, and the score is now 2-0. Just slashes it the other way, out of the reach of Paul Molitor at third. Mike O'Rourke is up yet again. He grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Grounds it past the sliding attempt by Freddie Freeman. And it's first and second with 2 outs. Again, they're still threatening with 2 outs. The pitching coach comes out to the mound to have a conversation with Roberts. This one's calming down a little bit. So, Jacob Salazar is up. O'Rourke leads off second. Ramos leads off first. And he hits it high and deep, but at the warning track, he makes the catch to retire the side, but not before they get another run on the RBI single by Ramos. And halfway through the third, it's 2-0 Bronx Knights. Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter played for the Montreal Expos and the New York Mets. He's hitting .258 with 10 homers and 25 runs batted in this fictional created franchise. And he takes a strike one. And he drives it deep to center field. But O'Rourke is tracking it, and on the warning track, he makes the catch. Nice running play for the first out of the bottom of the third.
The designated hitter, Nelson.
Designated hitter Nelson Cruz steps up to the plate. He has 11 homers and 49 runs batted in on this season. And he takes strike one on the corner. Patrick Joseph is a good friend of mine. Member of the Edison crew. And he skies it the other way, Nelson Cruz does, but LoCicero is there to make the catch for the second out. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third. Benny LoCicero is a good friend of mine from the same Edison crew. Kavan Biggio is hitting .281 with 5 homers and 25 runs batted in. Steps up with 2 outs here in the third. And he grounds the first pitch foul. In case you're wondering, not that it matters, but just to show. Options, gameplay. The hitting difficulty is on All-Star, and the pitching difficulty is also on All-Star. So, just in case you were curious what the difficulty level was. Not bragging, not making any statements, just for accountability. Fouls off the fastball, 95 on the radar gun. Quickly the count falls to all 0-2. Strike 3. Pitch was high, but boy, I'll take a strike. Strikes him out looking to retire the side. So after 3 innings of play, score remains Bronx Knights 2, Seattle Mariners nothing. So Benny LoCicero had a solo homer in the second inning. He steps up to the plate again, hoping to replicate those results. And he takes outside for ball 1.
1-0. Nope.
Outside yet again, ball 2. He's shooting for the corner and just missed. 2-0 count. And he breaks it on the handle. Pops it up to the shortstop, Tatis Jr., who makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, number 79.
Matt Termini, the third baseman, flew out in the second. He's 0 for 1. He's up there for a second plate appearance. And he skies it to center. It may drop in, but it does not. Tatis runs it down in shallow center field for the second out.
Now batting, number 31.
Matt Saps, also 0 for 1, steps up to the plate. Checks the swing. Was not a strike. Ball 1. Count as 1 ball, no strikes. Checks his swing. He did not go, so the count is 2-0. And he lines it hard, but foul. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt Saps bounces back and forth between designated hitter and shortstop. And he pulls the curveball foul. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Checks his swing, the ball's in the dirt. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Anthony Millo is on deck. And he gets him out in the corner looking for strike 3 to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Robin Roberts. 3.5 inning complete. It's 2-0 Knights. Shane Victorino leads off for the Seattle Mariners. He flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. And it's a high strike, but a strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. Curveball in there at the knees for strike 2. Shane Victorino, I think just retired recently. He could still be, bouncing around somewhere. I'm not really sure. Ball's in the dirt. Waste pitch for strike 1. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. When I think of Shane Victorino, I think of him playing center field for the Philadelphia Phillies. Decent center fielder. Nothing all that impressive. Go offense Shane. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 2. Oh, check that. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. He was decent, but I don't think of him as a Hall of Famer. And he slices it down the line and into the seats. Foul ball. I'll tell you what, it looks exactly like him. This is a really good rendering of Shane Victorino. And he pulls it, foul. His height, the size of his body, the way he holds the bat, his face, that's Shane Victorino. Grounds it weakly to short. Salazar charges, throws, just gets it for out number 1.
The batter, the shortstop.
Fernando Tatis Jr. popped out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Sitting .312 with 12 homers and 36 runs batted in. That's good production for shortstop. Swings and misses at the fastball. Strike 1. Grounds it up the middle and through past the diving Salazar and into center field for a base hit. So they have a runner at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
The third baseman,
Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer, 3,000 hit club. A friend of mine and I always can make the analogy that Paul Molitor is basically the Derek Jeter of the Milwaukee Brewers. Grounded out in the first, by the way, because he's, he hits from the right side. He's good defensively. He's swing and a miss at the slider. He's quickly down 0-2. He steals some bases, plays good defense. The big difference is that one played in Milwaukee and one played in New York, the center of the universe. Also, Jeter won 5 championships. So. And he lines it foul. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the curve for Patrick Joseph's second strikeout. There are 2 outs here.
Number 31,
Donovan Casey steps up to the plate here with 2 outs. He is 0 for 1. And he grounds it foul. Slices it down the first baseline. Strike 1. Slider outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. He has 7 RBIs in his last 5 games. Pretty hot. High strike. This umpire likes the high strike. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt. And the throw down to second is not in time. So on the wild pitch by Joseph, The runner advances into scoring position. Tatis is at second. It's a good throw, but kept in front of him, but speed on the base pass will do that to you. So now a single will score. Pitch is outside. Ball 3. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Freddie Freeman on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. So, 4 innings of play. Bronx Knights lead by 2. They lead 2-0. Anthony Millo, the catcher, lined out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. He steps up to the plate here in the top of the 5th.
Number 43.
And he pulls it foul for strike 1. Down and in.
That's the ball.
Ball 1. Count is 1-1.
1-1.
He hits it high and deep. It's got a chance. It is at the wall on the track. He makes the catch. Benintendi catches the first out of the inning. Thought it had a chance.
Now batting. Number 39.
So with 1 out, Max Luklitch, the left fielder, is 2 for 2, a single and a double that he just legged out. And he hits it in the gap. It's going. It is caught by Casey. There are 2 outs here in the inning. Thought it had a chance to go over his head, but doesn't quite have enough muscle.
Mattingly.
Don Mattingly had a single in the 1st. He's 1 for 2. He's up here with 2 outs in the 5th. It's on the corner for strike 1. Donnie Baseball has 41 RBIs, and it's late May. I think it's May 21st or 22nd or something. Swings and misses at the high fastball. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Robin Roberts has been economical with his pitches. He's pitched well. Outside, ball 1. He's only given up 2 runs here in the 5th inning. It's a good game. Just Patrick Joseph has pitched better.
2-2 the count.
Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just fouls it off to stay alive. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Donnie Baseball was my favorite baseball player growing up as a teenager. Down and in. Ball 3. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And he grounds it to Tatis at short, throws across to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Roberts, and halfway through the 5th, it's still a 2-0 ball game. Oh, we still seem to have a problem with that microphone. Sorry, Heidi. We'll have to come back to you when we get that sorted out. So Freddie Freeman steps up in the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 1.
The first baseman, Freddie.
And he hits it hard, right off the pitcher's glove. Salazar is there on the shift and throws him out. So it's officially a 1-6-3. 1-6-3 because it hit off the, I think, the foot of the pitcher. So there's 1 out. Andrew Benintendi, the left fielder, flew out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Oh, and he hits it high and deep, but curves foul. And that's, the count is 0-1. Curveball's in there for strike 2. And he pulls it foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Just low. Just low. Joseph wanted that pitch. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just high off the plate. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he just stays alive. Pulls it foul. Count is 2-2. Grounds it weakly to Mattingly at first. He fields, flips it to the pitcher covering, and there are 2 outs.
The catcher, number 8, Gary.
Hall of Famer Gary Carter, who won a World Series in 1986 with the New York Mets. Sadly, I think he passed away recently from brain cancer, I believe. Sad. From all accounts, he was a stand-up guy. Good player, good human being. And he hits it high and deep. It's heading towards the gap. But he races over, and Luklitch makes the catch to retire the side. He ran a long way. That speed certainly came in handy in the outfield. So, at the end of 5 innings, it is an official ball game. The Bronx Knights lead 2-0. So, leading off the top of the 6th is Chris Ramos, who's 1 for 2 with a single.
The second baseman, Chris Ramos.
And he pulls it high and deep. Oh, that's got a chance. It is Gonzo. That is Chris Ramos' 18th home run of this campaign. And the Bronx Knights now lead 3-0. Hoo-ah! Jammed him in on his hands and just muscled it over the wall. Boom! Oh, yeah. Look at that power. So, 3-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. Michael O'Rourke is 1 for 2 with a single. And he takes ball 1 outside.
Oh, boy.
And he skies it the other way shallow. Benintendi is there. He makes the catch for the first out of the 6th.
The bat, number 3.
Jacob Salazar's 0 for 2 today.
Jacob
Steps up with
Salazar.
1 out. Takes high ball 1. Oh, we have pitchers warming up, 2 right-handers in the Mariners bullpen. J.B. Wendelken and Jairo Diaz. Or Jairo. Jairo, I don't know. Fastball's outside. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Down and in, 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I do not swing on 3-0 counts. You have the red light. Just on the corner for strike 1. Now it's a hitter's count. The shackles are off. It's a 3-1 count on Salazar. And he fouls off the fastball. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 6th. Outside ball 4, Salazar take a base. He walks with 1 out in the 6th.
Now batter, number 38.
So, pitcher change for the Mariners. That's enough for Roberts. Seen enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Pitching for the
attention,
Mariners is Jairo Diaz, making his 13th appearance here on the mound. He's 0-2 with a 3.29 earned run average. He has 19 strikeouts in almost 14 innings pitched. It's a good ratio. And facing him is Benny LoCicero, who in the 2nd inning did this, crushed a solo homer to give them a 1-0 lead. Let's get the show on the road. Quick throw over there to keep Salazar close. And he hits it off the end of the bat. And he's there to make the catch, Donovan Casey, for the 2nd out.
the batter, number 79.
Matt Termini, the 3rd baseman, is 0 for 2 today. Faces Jairo Diaz for the first time. Again, quick throw over. Salazar's back in there. And he swings over the top of the slider for strike 1. Swings over the top of the slider again. Strike 2. As you can see, Don Mattingly is not only the first baseman, but he's also the 50-year-old version of Don Mattingly is the manager of the Bronx Knights. That is not by accident. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there are 2 outs. No, I'm sorry, check that. Side is retired. So, thanks to the home run by Chris Ramos, the Bronx Knights now have a 3-0 lead here at T-Mobile Park. Nelson Cruz, the designated hitter, leads off the bottom of the 6th. He is 0 for 1. No matter what happens from here on in, strike 1. No matter what happens,
0-1.
Patrick Joseph has pitched well. He's pitched into the 6th inning and hasn't given up a run yet. So, oh, he hits it high and deep. It is gone. I spoke too soon. It's a solo homer by Nelson Cruz, his 12th of the season. And just like that, the Seattle Mariners have a run on the board. They're down 3-1. Boom! Line drive. So, next up, Kevon Biggio, who's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Grounds into the shift. On the outfield grass, Ramos fields, fires, got it for the first out of the 6th.
Now batter, center fielder.
Lineup turns over. Shane Victorino's up for his 3rd plate appearance. He's 0 for 2. Grounds hard to 3rd. Termini is there. Throws across the diamond for the 2nd out. Nice reaction play by Termini. Fernando Tatis Jr. had a single in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. He's up with 2 outs in the 6th. Swing and a miss on the fastball, strike 1. He's got a modest 5-game hitting streak on the line. Well, not really on the line because he has a hit already today. Checked his swing, but the curveball's in there for strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it back to the screen, up towards the camera well. Count remains 0-2. And he hits it to center. O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch for the final out of the 6th. So after 6 innings of play, the Mariners are on the board. Bronx Knights lead 3-1. It's my twin in the stands. Look at that. What am I doing in there? Matthew Saps, today's designated hitter, steps up. He's 0 for 2. See if he can get on the hit column.
Number 31.
1-0.
High, clocked at 98 on the radar gun for ball 1. 98. Oof. Checked his swing. Slider is low, ball 2. Count is 2 balls, no strikes. Kind of, this guy Diaz looks like Big Papi. Slider is low, 3 balls, no strikes. Does he swing on 3-0? No, he does not. Nope. Put the controller down. And it's in there, 2-seamer for strike 1. Count is 3 balls, 1 strike, a hitter's count. Here we go. Outside, ball 4, and they walk the leadoff man here in the top of the 7th. Saps is at first.
Now batting, number 43.
Anthony Millo, 0 for 2 today. Will he be bunting? I don't think so. Should bunt. Swing and a miss at the slider. Over the top, strike 1. Out in front of the slider yet again. He's quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Having trouble picking up that slider. Checked his swing, it's low for ball 1. Count is 1-2. Saps leads off first here with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. And the slider is high. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swings and misses at the outside slider for the first out. And Millo is retired.
Now batting, number 39.
Couldn't lay off. So, the leadoff man, Max Luklitch, is up. He's 2 for 3. And he hits it high and deep. That's got a chance. It is Gonzo, a 2-run homer from the smallest guy on the team, Max Luklitch. His second homer of the season. And just like that, it's 5-1. Oh, look at him go, look at him go. 12-year-old Max Luklitch hit a home run. Let's look at the replay. Here we go. Just jacked it. Max Luklitch is 12 years old in real life. And he jacks it out. It's suddenly a 4-run lead for the Bronx Knights here in this best-of-3 series. So, 1 out here in the 7th. Mattingly is 1 for 3 with a single. And the first pitch is low for ball 1.
1-0.
Line drive to center. It is in there for a base hit, his second of the ball game. And Don Mattingly is at first with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. He is the hit man.
The second baseman, Chris Ramos.
Next up is Chris Ramos, who hit a homer today. I think it's 2 for 3 if I'm not mistaken. Here's what he did in the 6th inning. Bang. So runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And he pulls it in on his hands. Slider inside for strike 1. Couldn't hold back. Couldn't hold back. Down low, ball 1. Count is 1-1. Just behind on the slider. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the switch hitting second baseman. 2 seamers down low. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes on Chris Ramos. Line drive back up the middle. Oh, he flips it to second for 1. On to first. Double play. He hit a home run today, but he's also hit into 2 double plays. But luckily, Max Luklitch did this. Hit a 2-run homer here in the top of the 7th to give the Knights a 4-run lead. Get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch. Get up and stretch. All right, now sit down. Paul Molitor's leading off. He's 0 for 2.
The third baseman, Paul Molitor.
Oh, it's hit high and deep. I don't think that's coming back. Just like that, it's 5-2. Solo homer by Paul Molitor at 7th of the season. And the lead is now by only 3. I think it's time to get somebody warmed up in the bullpen. All right, let's go to the manager's office, bullpen.
The right fielder,
Jonathan Holder and Jesse Biddle. Let's warm them up.
Casey.
Donovan Casey's 0 for 2. Hits a line drive to center. It is caught. Sliding, diving catch by O'Rourke for the first out. Nice play by O'Rourke. Very nice. Let's watch this replay. Gives up the body. Got a good jump off the bat. And he just gives it his all. Freddie Freeman is up with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. He's 0 for 2. And it's a line drive right at Luklitch in left for the 2nd out. Excuse me. And Andrew Benintendi is 0 for 2. 1 for 11 in the series. Fouls off the curveball for strike 1. I think this is Joseph's last batter, no matter what happens. Swing and a miss. Still throwing 94 on the radar gun. Strike 2. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Inning is over. 7 complete. Paul Molitor gets them 1 run closer, though, with this, a solo jack. And at the end of 7 innings of play, it's the Knights 5, the Mariners 3. 2, check that, 5-2. Oh, God.
Your attention, please. Now,
Taking over pitching duties for the Mariners is J.B. Wendelken, making his 21st appearance. His record is 1-0 with a 5.32 earned run average. And let me just go manager's office. Bullpen. Righty, righty, lefty. We'll put Jonathan Holder in there for the 8th. And we will warm up. Well, I can't do anything right now. Actually, I'm going to sit. No, we'll just leave. Let him pitch. Let him pitch. So, Michael O'Rourke is up. He's 1 for 3 today against Wendelken. Well, not against Wendelken. You know what I mean. And he takes a slurve in there for strike 1. 3-run lead here in the top of the 8th for the Bronx Knights. Pitch is high, ball 1. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Attendance 17,397. Pathetic attendance. Apparently, there's a lot to do in Seattle other than watch baseball. Pitch is outside. Count is 2-1. And he pulls it foul. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Here's the payoff pitch. And he pulls it. Foul. Count remains full. And he skies it to center. Victorino is there. He makes the catch for the first out.
the batter, number 3.
Mariners bullpen is active. There are 2 righties in the bullpen. Jacob Salazar's up. He's 0 for 2. He walked in his last at-bat. Fouls off the fastball. Strike 1. And he pulls the changeup out in front. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Salazar. Line drive, but right at the second baseman, Biggio, for the second out.
The batter, number 38.
Benny LoCicero had a solo homer in this game. He's 1 for 3. Steps up against Wendelken for the first time.
That's the ball.
It's just off the plate for ball 1.
1-0.
Tries to backdoor slider him, but just misses off the plate. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. And he pulls it foul. Count is 2-1. Outside, count is 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here with 2 outs in the 8th. And he pulls it high and deep. It is Gonzo, his 2nd homer of the game and his 12th of the season. He gives the Bronx Knights a 6-2 lead. Let's look at the replay. Line drive shot. Outer half of the plate, pulls it down the line, wraps around that corner, and it's 6-2. Matt Termini is up. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout in the 6th. The slider is outside, ball 1. Pitch is low, fastball, 2-0. So if the score stays the way it is, the Knights will have won 2 out of 3 and will have a 3.5 game lead over the Mariners in the division. pulls it to his counterpart at third base. Molitor throws across the diamond to retire the side, but not before Benny LoCicero hits his second homer of the game, his 12th, to give them a 4-run advantage. So, do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. It's a 4-run lead. Jonathan Holder takes over for the Knights on the mound. He's pitched 12 games this season. His record is 0-1 with a 5.11 earned run average. Gary Carter steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2.
The catcher, Gary.
And he hits a fly ball on the first pitch to LoCicero, who makes the catch. 1 down. Pitching line for Patrick Joseph, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He'll take that every time out, I'm sure. He is the pitcher of record. Nelson Cruz is homered in this game. He takes ball 1 outside. It's 1 for 2. Just off the plate outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Fouls off the cut fastball, count is 2-1. Nelson Cruz plays for the Seattle Mariners in real life. He's got a lot of power, he's like a 40 home run guy guaranteed. And he pulls the fastball foul, the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Count remains 2-2. Strike 3. Sit him down. 2 outs. Kevon Biggio is 0 for 2 today. Kevin Biggio. Come on, Kevin. I don't know what's going on.
No, that's it.
Change-ups inside ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1-1.
1-1. I think that he's the son of Hall of Famer Craig Biggio. And he pops him up on the infield. Salazar is behind second, makes the catch to retire the side. So 8 innings of baseball are complete. It's a 6-2 lead for the Bronx Knights. So who's going to come in the ninth?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Nick Anderson takes over pitching duties for the Mariners. He, in his 24 games pitched, he is 1-3 with 2 saves and a 3.90 earned run average. And leading off against him is Matt Saps, who has a walk today, but officially he's 0 for 2. Manager's office. Okay, so Biddle will come in and pitch. Scheduled to put him in. But I'll have Smoltzy warming up, stretch and toss, the closer, just in case things get out of hand. So, Saps is up. He's 0 for 2. And he swings at the first pitch and drives it to center. Victorino makes the catch for the first out. Anthony Millo's 0 for 3. And down low, ball 1. Fastball in there for strike 1, 97 on the radar gun. This count is even at 1-1. And it's a ground ball. Oh, nice stab by Tatis. Throws across the diamond and gets Millo for the second out. He's 0 for 4 today. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. The lineup turns over again to Max Luklitch, probably player of the game. He's 3 for 4 with a single, a double, a homer. He's a triple shy of the cycle. And he fouls off the sinker, strike 1. It's anybody who can get that triple, it's Luklitch with his speed. If he gets a double, I'm going for 3rd. Outside ball 1, count is 1 ball, 1 strike on Luklitch. Just gets a piece. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he flies out to Benintendi to retire the side. So, last licks for the Mariners. They need 4 to tie. See if they can do it. Pitching the 9th is Jesse Biddle, making his 18th appearance. He's 2-1 with 3 saves and his 2.89 earned run average. He's pitched well. Leading off is the switch hitter, Shane Victorino, who's 0 for 3 today.
The center fielder.
Grounds it past the slot, the diving Termini at third, and with 1 pitch, they have a base runner here in the bottom of the 9th. Watch the replay. Was he close to catching this? Almost, almost. Next up is Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 3 with a single here in the 4th. And the curveball is low, ball 1. Slider is in there for strike 1. And he pulls the 2-seamer foul. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just up, just over the strike zone. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he jams him a little bit. Luklitch is there and left. He makes the catch for the first out, gets the ball in quickly, no advance on the base paths. Victorino stays at first.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul Molitor.
Paul Molitor steps up to the plate. He had a solo homer in the 7th. He's 1 for 3. Curveball's in there for strike 1. Slider high and tight. Count is 1-1. And he just gets a piece of the curveball. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the 9th. Fastball inside, 96 on the gun. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Ball.
Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Will the runner be in motion? I don't think so, because they need base runners. Last thing they want to do is have a strike him out, throw him out. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There are 2 outs. They are down to their final out.
Now batting.
Just challenged him. Just flat out blew it past him. Donovan Casey, last chance for the Mariners. He's 0 for 3 today. Swing and a miss at the slider. Out in front. Strike 1. Swing and a miss again at the slider. They're down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3, ball game over. Bronx Knights win. They win 2 out of 3 against their division rival, the Seattle Mariners, to take a 3.5 game lead in the division. This was game number 50 of 162 in this regular season. Created, franchised Bronx Knights on the video game known as MLB The Show 20. I am RC Robbin. This has been Bronx Knights Baseball. Let's do this the official way. So, Bronx Knights, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Seattle Mariners, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Patrick Joseph was the winner. Robin Roberts was the loser. The player of the game, Benny LoCicero, 2 for 4 with 2 homers today. His 11th and 12th of the season. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it so much. Even if you're watching this video after like 6 months or 6 years from now, I appreciate the fact that you're watching. Hopefully by the time you watch this video, I will have already played the entire 162 game schedule, posted them to YouTube, and won the World Series. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. So please like the video. Please subscribe. I much appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me, and have yourself a good night.